Hello everyone and welcome back to the Rose Room. Alright y'all, so today's video we are going to be talking about the difference between being a stay-at-home mom of an infant and the stay-at-home mom of a 5-year-old that is in school. Because it's a drastic difference, and y'all need to know what y'all in for if you want to be at home with the infant and when you want to be a stay-at-home mom of a 5-year-old. So we're going to start off with the infant first. So the main thing that I didn't like about staying home with the infant was that they need constant attention. Constant attention. You're trying to feeding them, changing their diaper, putting them to sleep, all that, all the motherly things you're doing 24/7. It's like a non-stop thing. And you really don't have time for yourself while you're home with them until your husband or boyfriend gets home. So that could be actually very mentally draining. Very mentally draining. It was very mentally draining for me. So I would totally understand if it's mentally draining for other people. Only thing is, like, when you are at home with the infant, you do have, like, when they're asleep, you should either be sleeping with them or while they're asleep. As soon as they go to sleep, you get up and do whatever you gotta do at the house, go to work out in the house, do whatever you have to do while they're asleep. You have to really be super strict with how you spend your time when you're with an infant, because they do require so much attention, so much time throughout the day. That's like the main thing for that. For infants is the amount of time and attention that they require. So the pro about that is you get to be home with your infant. A lot of people aren't home with the infant past 6 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks. But in America, it's like 6 weeks. You get 6 weeks with your infant and then you gotta go back to work. So being at home with the infant is a beautiful thing because you don't miss their milestones, like them crawling, first words, rolling over. You don't miss any of that because they're not in daycare with somebody else or somebody else watching them during the day. You're home with them. So that's like a pro, a time to being at home with the infant. You don't miss anything. You get to literally see them grow up before you, like the whole thing, and it's actually beautiful. That's one thing that I loved. I did not miss out on none of her milestones. I was there for everything, and I cried and just celebrated with her, and I was just so proud to even be able to see that child grow so much in that year and a half that I had her all to myself at home. So let's go on to, so that's pretty much that for the infant, right? So let's go on to the 5-year-old. Now my 5-year-old, she is in school. She's in pre-K 4 because she just turned 5. And she'll be in school pretty much until she's 18 now. So me being a stay-at-home mom now, man, the time, freedom, and that 6-7 hours that she's at school, baby, I take full advantage of that. After I get her off the school bus, on the school bus, I take her to the school bus, and then I come back in the house and I go back to sleep for like 2 hours, at maybe an hour. Then after that, I go to the gym, work on myself, work on my mental health, work on my fitness, work on myself, have time to myself. Then I get to come in the house, take a shower, eat, just watch TV if I want to watch TV, catch up on my little shows, or I come and do my YouTube videos, which will eventually bring me an income. And that's not my only goal with my YouTube, but this is like my outlet to voice my opinions, to be myself, to be creative and talk about things that I care about, and just put out my wisdom, little nuggets that I've gotten out of this 24. So get out my wisdom that I've gotten over these 24 years of life, and just experience life and learn myself again. And after she comes home from school, I get to read to her. We read all the time. I give her a snack, we read. After we read, she watches a little bit of TV, then I cook dinner, she eats, that stay-at-home mom where I get to literally clean, I can do whatever I want while she's at school. It's so much better for my mental health being a stay-at-home mom of someone that is somewhat self-sufficient. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So I would definitely recommend doing both, honestly. Doing a year and a half, maybe, or maybe until your child learns how to speak, of being at home with them, and then have like a little gap where you're working, where maybe like 2 to 4, where you go back working, getting back around people, being social, going out, stuff like that. And then when they hit that school age, go back into the house. Go back into the house, especially if you're financially set up to be able to do that. Do it. Freaking do it, because you're gonna love it. It's so much freedom. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, all a mom wants is to be there for her family and her kids and for herself, and be able to just do what she wants. I honestly think that about maybe 50-40% of women would love to be at home, taking care of their family, taking care of their house, taking care of their husband, and taking care of themselves, and having that time to not be bossed around by somebody, being told what to do all day, sitting at a desk, or running around a store, or whatever y'all do with y'all jobs. I prefer this over anything because of the time freedom that I have in those 7 hours, which is 7 hours usually that I would be at work being bossed around, being told what to do, and I don't want to do that. So this is freaking amazing. So I definitely recommend, if your husband, boyfriend allows you, says, hey babe, you want to be a stay-at-home mom where you can just be here and just be yourself, do what you got to do, and just live your life, I would say go for it. Go freaking for it. Go for it. And you don't have to make millions of dollars in order to be a stay-at-home mom. I would say if your husband makes on average like 60 to 70K a year, I say that's not bad. It depends on how many kids you have though. I only have 1 kid. So we're able to like kind of be able to budget around that. It's tight, I'm not gonna lie, it can be tight at times, but if y'all can do it and not be in like a hole or be like severe, like in poverty, severe, like just don't have food, don't have this, don't have that, if y'all won't be like that, if you aren't working, I would say definitely do it, because your babies will love you for it, because you get that time to bond with them, to learn them, they get to learn you, and it's something about that time where you get to bond with your child and get to learn them and know them and teach them. I love teaching my daughter stuff, and I love seeing what she's learned at school. Like the other day, she came home and I was like, she's like, Mommy, I learned a new sight word. She's like, it's go. And I was like, how do you spell go? She's like, G-O. And I was like, oh, wow. That's so good. And I knew some of her sight words, so we went and I was like, how do you spell this? How do you spell that? And she spelled all of them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my child is growing. And I'm here to see all of it. And I'm here to take all of it in. And just smother her in congratulations and condolences and just love, because I'm in awe of her. I really am. And she gets to see that, and it's not to where, like, when you're a stay-at-home mom, you want to get home, you just want to be there by yourself, you just want to chill and just let the day just run off you in the shower. And sometimes you don't want to be bothered. But being a stay-at-home mom, you have that time to yourself, so now you're like, okay, all right, when my child gets home, we can do this, and that. And that's what I love about being a stay-at-home mom. So if y'all want to be a stay-at-home mom, I definitely recommend it. If you give it a chance, just take it. You're not going to take it for granted. I promise you, you're not going to take it for granted. You're not. It's wonderful. It's absolutely But that's what I got for y'all today. Hope y'all appreciated it. Hope y'all listened and learned something. I definitely appreciate y'all watching the video. I love y'all, okay? Have a great day. Peace. We are leaving the Rose Room.